Here's Coleman. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
All right, here we go.
Coleman now. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Stopped up quickly here at the 38. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
His throw caught at about the 5. 23 yards on the play.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. The ball comes out, and I think the Browns got it. They did.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green,
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
So they get the 3 points, but they've now had 3 trips into the red zone, and that's all they've come away with.
And in the NFL, the way they measure red zone efficiency and success, did you score touchdowns on those drives? That's first and foremost. Getting points, that's the second measurement. So by that measure, they haven't done very well. They've got to figure that out.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. And got his man, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on 3rd down for the Browns. 43 yards. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Brian Orakpo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His first catch of the game. Good for 11 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Carlos Hyde, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Toe Super toe.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Jackson now. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone! Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
This is Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time, and he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Green 39! Green 39! Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Over!
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Mayfield on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Second down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Shakes off the sack. Going deep here for Landry. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Set. 319. 319. Over.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And incomplete. He had had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's his safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And the Browns getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mayfield off the play fake. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Watch it now, Barney.
First down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Over! Check 26.
To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They will run again with Coleman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Leopard!
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Room here to run. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They go to Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. play action now. Here's Mayfield. Finds a seam inside the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Mayfield to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting.
Right, now,
3rd and 5.
Lucky 56. Over. Watch him now, Barney.
And the blitz does come. Gets it to Gordon. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And again, it's Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield with it once more. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. So that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Defensively, Coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Now Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play. And it'll make it a second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Jackson. Man open left side as well. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
On second down, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Gone.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They run it again with Chubb, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Chubb on second down. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Cleveland, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.